can't lie. You niggas better pick your side. The homies down the ride. Tell me, nigga, is you down the slide?
In the cell and you were smoking those in Pelican Bay, huh?
The fuck? Man. What type of way? You was a privileged inmate.
Hell yeah! Hey, when I was in Arizona, it was the Mexicans. They had they had rats. Them niggas was in there smoking blunts, nigga. I swear to God, I'm like, you niggas is on.
Toxic Masculinity, the 100th video. We chilling, we celebrating. Shout out to the people that's holding us down.
Most definitely.
And the ones that's coming.
Most definitely. What the camera that I'm looking into?
It's over there.
Oh, right here. Boom, 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 boom. Hell yeah. Have you seen that nigga smoking blunts in jail?
Nah, what? Hell no.
Man, them niggas had raps, bro, but that's how good niggas had it out of state, man. Like niggas had it good out of state, bro. But shit, you could tell niggas smoking blunts. And out there, niggas, we was with the Norteños.
Oh, in Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, we was with the Norteños. So you nigga can fuck with them, but we did get into some politics over remember Greedy from Gear Gang.
Oh, that was his name. I was trying to remember that nigga name.
You heard it? You heard of me?
I heard of it. Anybody with my name, I'll be hearing of other niggas.
What about Salisha? Remember Salisha?
A nigga?
No, who the fuck is
this nigga? Is dumb. This nigga is the dumbest nigga in history.
Man, he said anybody
with his name. He said, "What about Salisha?" Nigga, what the fuck?
Her name was Greedy. Greedy.
Oh,
well, no, she was from Too Greedy. My bad.
This nigga crazy.
What the?
Remember Salisha?
Yeah, no, I remember her.
Man, look, Salisha, right? I ain't gonna cap. I used to think Salisha was fine as a motherfucker. You talk about a bitch that was just like, if you was to see her or somebody else to see her, they probably wouldn't be like, she that bad. But to me, like I said, you're just type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? And we used to work together at Walmart. This when you was in jail. And I got 18. Nigga, I worked at Walmart for like 4 months, 4 months, nigga. And and when she seen this nigga doing his stripper dances and shit, she fell in love with this nigga, man. I was out the mouth.
That's funny. Shit, never.
What you mean? You was talking to the bitch. Remember when you was dancing? I think we was at Hollywood House and you was dancing and shit, and the bitch kept telling you, "Wait till I get you in the bedroom, though."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this nigga that take a nigga bitch.
Look, I ain't never been no nigga that been into like moving my body or nothing, no dancing. But I don't knock the homies to do. I got a gang of niggas that's my lows that like to turn up like that, right? And I be knowing these niggas be savages. That's just they like to dance and shit. You know what I mean?
I tried my hand.
Do niggas that like to dance? Do y'all like accept that like the fellas, just like the gay fellas, like that they looking at y'all too, that the girls just ain't looking?
But where the fuck are you at with the gay niggas looking?
They everywhere. Where they not at?
But no, that's today. This nigga, shit. Nigga he ain't dancing today. I mean, I don't know what he do on this whole time.
My point is,
where you at? That nigga ain't answering that night, nigga.
Dancing
nigga somewhere in West Hollywood, nigga doing the moonwalk.
I'm just saying, like, okay, if you making content and like not OnlyFans content, like this type of stuff, niggas is everybody gonna see you. So it is what it is. Now, normally when I go to clubs, it's not just like a grip of gay niggas is just standing out staring at straight niggas. Like I don't.
But I believe it because I ain't been to the club in a long ass time. You feel what I'm saying? So matter of fact, the last was your boy, my nigga West Beezy.
Nah.
My nigga West Beezy.
We went to a club just recently.
The bachelor party?
Ooh, with the Asians.
The Asians?
That was a club.
That was a bar.
That was a bar?
See, yeah, that's when I go to bars. I don't know. What's the
difference?
It's a big difference.
I don't know no Asians. Who Asians we was hanging out with?
This nigga say he don't know no Asians. You know all the Asians. This nigga always bragging about the Asians he knows.
He act like he hate them, but then he act like he love them.
Who is these Asians?
Well, he love Asian men. The Asian
man. My nigga Carlo, rest in peace. You feel me? That's the only Asian nigga I know.
Good looking 3.
This nigga's the dumbest. But no, okay, well, I guess the bar, but where the niggas wasn't patting down.
Where are you talking?
Man, I don't know.
Oh, in Long Beach. Oh yeah, nigga, you was there. It was us 3.
He said the bar, nigga.
Yeah, okay, yeah. My bad. But yeah, and even after that, I did go to an actual club on Little Black birthday. I forgot about that.
Cambodians.
Yeah.
They all look alike.
Yeah, they all.
I mean, that's all Asian, right?
Yeah, on the real. So yeah, but you know, I do not. But back in the day, but we're not really talking about this. Trey never went crazy like that in the clubs. It was more so parties. You know, when we was in high school and a little after high school, you know, we used to pull up, you know, to functions and shit like that. Yeah, because at that time, you know, it was a time where I tried my hand with the dancing and shit like that. But I'm like, I actually remember the last time I actually danced on the female. And I'm like, yeah, this just ain't me. This ain't, you feel me? I'm kind of changing. You feel me? I'm like, bro, like a nigga, like a, you know, not saying niggas that do dance ain't gangster, but I was like, I'm like a gangster, my nigga. Like this,
I could dance on a bitch though.
This don't, but not how you can't lap. You can't get no bitch no lap. I mean, you can give a bitch a lap dance.
I'm for sure not giving.
You feel what I'm saying? But you know, but that's the motion I'm talking about.
Dance today, but fucking what's the shit called? I thought dancing was gonna be my thing when I got out. I kept, bro, every day I watch Ellen and be like, man, I gotta get out, make a grip of videos, get on Ellen, battle Twitch.
Rest in peace, my nigga Twitch, man. Rest in peace, Twitch, man.
That was the DJ, right?
Yeah. Trey's always say that he want to battle the nigga. I think Twitch go whoop on you.
I mean, what's stopping you now? Because I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Well, no.
I'm a Chris Brown fan, and he fan, and that nigga fuck it up every time, and ain't nothing weird about it or nothing. That nigga go crazy.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's each his own, because I'm pretty sure if you talk to a nigga, somebody gonna say he a weirdo for dancing. But somebody, exactly, that's what I'm going with. Somebody gonna be a fan of it, but that's no matter what you do. It's niggas that call rapping weird. Why you niggas talk? Man, I remember niggas used to say they didn't like Mozzie because Mozzie was a snitch on tracks. Like, man, the shit he talking about, you ain't supposed to talk about. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm like, my nigga, it's always gonna be a nigga that say something about something, bro. Yeah. It's always gonna be a nigga that say something about something, my nigga.
They used to do that, you know, y'all heard about it. They used to do that about Monster Book.
Yeah,
They used to be like, nigga, somebody had to tell a story, nigga, like what? This ain't no, like Monster said, nigga, this ain't no secret society, nigga.
Yeah, on the real.
Yeah, this is crippin', nigga. There ain't nothing no secret about this shit.
And that's crazy. It's crazy you say that, because I was literally looking up, because like I'm trying to start this other shit, but I was looking at the origins, because you was the first person I seen that actually said, nah, nigga, that shit ain't start from that community revolution or community. And looking it up, they say it's a lot of people that don't believe. Well, it looked like it didn't, shit. So I wonder, where did that start?
Well, I mean, some of them niggas, man, you was on them yards, nigga. When you sit with some of these old niggas that decide they want to tell the truth sometime and tell you about the beginning and how, nigga, all this shit was built off of bullying, nigga. These niggas was not protecting shit, nigga. These niggas was taking leather coats from local niggas who didn't bang and
running the stores and shit.
Like these niggas was out here tripping, nigga. The niggas who had spots selling dope, they was going in the dope spots trying to jack their own homies, not because they was trying to get a bag, but because they was trying to get high, nigga. Like, so it was never nothing. But that coming down is what made us who we are, though. We come from we Crips. We come from a scandalous ass lineage, bro. We come from that. We don't come from this ain't no Black Panther shit like how they try to make this out to be. Why you think it is like it is, nigga? We come from some scandalous ass niggas.
I don't want it to be no motherfucking Black Panther type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, it is what it is. You know, when you get the word war, when you get war comes from warrior. You feel what I'm saying? That's where it comes from. You put a bunch of warriors together and around the same, bro. But that's, like I said, we was having this conversation. That's with every civilization. Every group of people got their group like us. Every single one. You know what I mean? And when you look at the origin of this shit, like, you know, the Paru boys in Compton and you know, the Crips and all this shit, bro. Like, if it wasn't for us, who was keeping the white man out of our communities? Who was? You know what I'm saying? Who was? Because they infiltrated. One thing about, look, they infiltrated the Black Panther movement and brought it to an end. If anything, bringing this Crip to an end, it's gonna be Crips. You know what I'm saying?
We would have to self-destruct.
Yeah,
because we weren't trying to be. This was not something that tried to be perfect to begin with. Right. You can't destroy something that understands we a cancer to ourselves. Yeah. You can't be more of a cancer to us than we are to ourselves.
And you can't destroy something that's separate. You feel what I'm saying? We all separate. It's not like one big organization. Like, if you got one big organization and you take out the head, then everything else go trickle down. That's not Crips. Ain't no taking out the head or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a bunch of other niggas. You feel what I'm saying?
Like Lamont and Monster said that. Monster said, ain't no leader that ain't Troy Gangsters. He said, ain't no leader. He said, you got just a bunch of bad motherfuckers.
Yeah. Oh, the real, because, you know, niggas, it has its good and its bad, that if it was one leader, one structure, probably things would be a little more organized. But at the same time, you easier to bring down. You know what I mean? Now, you need a bunch of niggas thinking they the shit. You kind of need that, because if one of them niggas go down, like the lifestyle we live, shit happens. If one of them niggas go down or whatever it may be, it's still another nigga that think he was molding that nigga in the first place. Right. So it's not like, oh, we breaking down because whoopty whoop is going, it's going to be, unfortunately, it's going to be somebody that might be like, yeah, shit, time for me to step up. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, it is what it is. This shit ain't perfect, man, but shit, what is? Somebody point me to the group of people, the group of human beings that's perfect.
It go back to what we originally come from. As as the melanated people, we come from tribalism anyway. So we ain't doing nothing that our ancestors didn't do.
Everybody really
like I like that bar you said, tattoos of my political party.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this is what it is. Like, nigga, this my tribe, nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is my tribe. When you see these markings on my chest, my arms, my legs and shit, this is my tribe.
Yeah.
Ain't no different from Shaka Zulu, who they praise in the book. Praise me in the motherfucking book.
Real. You feel me? Because look, you gotta understand, like, nigga, you should get praised in your field. You know what I mean? In your field of excellence. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. At the end of the day, a nigga don't praise the negative parts of nothing. Even if you want to talk about, your favorite athlete, or your favorite sport. Let's say you a Barry Bonds fan. You ain't gonna praise the steroids. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't gonna praise, the allegations. Matter of fact, did y'all know that Barry Bonds never tested positive for steroids? Never. And so he's not in the hall. All this shit is allegations. He's not in the Hall of Fame because of these. This is how racist baseball is, and niggas not even paying attention to this shit. All his records got, how you said, asterisks against him. You feel what I'm saying? He not in the Hall of Fame, all because of these steroids allegations, and a nigga never test positive for steroids, bro. Never test positive, never admitted it.
I mean, that ain't nothing new. We the only people that can enter any kind of organization and can get crucified without facts.
Yeah.
And that's in anything we do. You at work working, and somebody steals some money out the register. Nigga, they'll let your black ass go, nigga.
For real.
They'll let your black ass go. Let that white boy get accused, though, and his daddy gonna come up there. We don't got fathers around like that. His daddy gonna come up there making a scene. They got lawyers. They gonna make the establishment respect him and do everything the right way. Be black and get accused. Let two motherfuckers say they know you did it without proof, and I guarantee you on the chopping block.
Bring it up and to get into that, nigga, that's how our culture is supposed to be. If you understand, like, okay, say for example, right, in that exact situation, you got a boss or whatever, your boss don't know exactly who your people is, or he might. You feel me? Because the long line of TGs, you know what I mean? I remember my great-great-grandpa TG, my great-great-grandpa went to high school with this nigga. if our community was as one, you know how they say it take a village to raise a child, and our community was as of one, it would be more, how can I say, I don't want to say repercussions, but what's another word for repercussions?
Consequences.
It'd be more like consequences to your actions. You get what I'm saying? I can't just, like how you say, fire this nigga over no accusation because I gotta go home and deal with my people. My grandma might call like, man, why you fire Miss Haley's son? You know,
the strong community ties.
The strong community ties. You feel what I'm saying? And we're supposed to have that. But the thing about it, other communities got that. You feel what I'm saying? Because say if you go into Jewish communities and something like that happen, 9 times out of 10, especially if they family been there for a long time, 9 times out of 10, you might have to answer to that. Like, nigga, I remember this store been here for 60 years. When I was a little kid, I know the owner whoop you up. So why was my grandson fight? You know what I'm saying? But we done been infiltrated, and we really don't.
We don't really have a we don't have a culture. See, that's why I like Candace Owens so much, because of how she like addresses the so-called culture. We don't really have no culture, as far as a lot of us don't know our history past our grandmother, or like there's no traditions and shit that have been passed down. And I believe it's a big part of that crack era. Crack era and just slavery and everything in general. But it's we lack tradition. So
I just, when Candace Owens be popping that shit, I just can't agree with that. I just believe that our traditions and our lifestyle is demeaned, like it's looked down upon.
No,
you feel what I'm saying? But as far as tradition, bro, we got tradition.
We got tradition that comes from this. We don't have no long-standing culture or tradition. There's other, like how people have nationalities that they can have a flag to. Nigga, there's shit that their nationality and culture has been doing for centuries. Now, us being as though we've been scattered, some people believe we African, some people believe, nigga, I was here, and shit, I could have been in Nebraska. Like, it's not many traditions and shit that's been passed down for years and years, because we was like, that's the whole reason, like the family get together. The culture that we have, like family get-togethers, where that came from. Family reunions was from slaves being separated so far. They have put up a flyer. Anybody that know Whoop-de-Whoop or might have this last name, we having a get-together on this day, and you come. Oh, I was Whoop-de-Whoop. Oh, you're my cousin Betty. Like, that's where that shit come from, because how much we was dispersed. Like, so for you the culture that we have is some shit that's been embedded to us after, nigga, we've been infiltrated, like you just said previously.
But see, like I say, I just don't believe that, man. I just believe that, a lot of time people give us stories. You know what I mean? People like throughout the history of time, they give the black man his story, how shit started, how y'all really came from this, y'all really did that, and so we just be at the mercy of believing what motherfuckers say. We just at that mercy. But when we actually look now, if you look at other cultures, if you look at the white man, the Irishman, because we can go back 200 years within our culture. We can go back 300 years in our culture. You know what we gonna be? Right the fuck here. You know what I'm saying? The same thing as with the white man. He can go back 100 years in his culture too. If you talk about 1,000 years, he can't do that shit neither. You feel what I'm saying? You talk about the Mexican man 1,000 years, he can't do that shit neither. You feel what I'm saying? So as a black man, our culture is right here. And just like them, just like these other cultures, they get passed down what their grandma taught them too. And you know where their grandma got it from? Where their grandma taught them too. Our grandmas didn't just pop out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So they got it from somewhere too, just like other people got it from somewhere too. There's things about black people that only black people do. Only black people do. Or the music that we make, which was every music. When you talk about not just rap and R&B, you want to talk about country, rock, all that shit is ours, bro. When you want to talk about clothes, how we dress, the trends we set, our hair, just everything, how we get together, how we cook, everything. We got everything of a culture. Everything of a culture, but we come and be like, we allow motherfuckers to tell us that we don't have a culture. Why? Because we don't got no flag. You know what I mean? Because we got our own food. We got our own food. We got our, you want to say a fucking a language. What's the fucking
what food do we have?
We have soul food. You can, so there's no, I mean, like I say, you can downplay it or whatever. Like I said, you can say soul food is unhealthy. So is Mexican food. So is Mexican food is unhealthy.
I'm not.
But see, like regardless, like I say, we can downplay whatever because we can say how where the Mexican food come from. You feel what I'm saying? Where the how the Spaniards and the Europeans came together and this and that. Everything can be broke down.
Well, you know,
even
some of them so-called Mexican plates or certain shit. Because I think it was a tamale or something. I don't know. It was some shit that made me like understand.
Like African,
you know, Africans influence certain Mexican dishes and shit like that. But no, the whole reason I say we don't have no culture is like it's how would I put it?
I should have had some weed today.
Our culture is heavily like infiltrated and switches according to what is being pushed at the moment.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like motherfuckers take that stance against our culture because what people say our culture is? Because people will say our culture is trap music, our culture is ratchet music, and so people automatically go against that and be like, oh, we don't have a culture because they say that's our culture. We never embrace that as a people. You feel what I'm saying? That's what the media embraces. But as far as black people, we don't just embrace, like, if you want to talk about shaking ass and all that shit, you go to any party, any culture, white people, it's gonna be some motherfuckers shaking ass. That's just what it is. So they just put that on black people. And so when we say we don't got no culture, basically I feel like we accepting the negativity. You feel what I'm saying?
Whenever we get in situations where we shame people for not being the average shit that's supposed to be our culture, like I say, growing up, a lot of times when people say you talk like you're white, that always fucked me up. That's like making a statement that to be educated is white. And we embrace in us a lot of times that our culture is to talk opposite of that educated, image. I'm not like, now we do have shit that we do, like you say, that we only do. But the reason I say we don't have a culture is because our culture, we battle within ourselves about what our culture really is. I don't, it's not many other races or anything. Like how I made that video saying I'm Dominican. Niggas is getting on there that some nigga said some shit about saying chales. Oh, that's a Mexican word. You supposed to say whoop de whoop 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 de whoop whoop. I wouldn't be able to say. I could tell niggas.
But that's balance within their culture.
My point is they have distinct things that is that's theirs. There's not many distinct things. Like our shit can be flip-flops.
I don't. Okay, but see,
like
we
that talking.
We have tribalism. We have like we are a versatile people. Like it's hard to pinpoint what our culture is when we're constantly reinventing our culture. We are the only culture that keeps reinventing ourselves. Everybody else is sticking to. When you go to the people of Central America, they're riding something that just was from the beginning, and they still riding that. We're a little different. We keep reinventing our culture, so it's hard to keep up with what our culture is. Every generation is a little different because we're the only culture that's capable of keep reinventing.
Then too though, we embrace people that's not really our culture, but then are they our culture? Because like blacks, right? Is an African black? Some people say that's a black, but it's not. That nigga ain't black. It's that's my whole shit. My point is, it's so many different layers to what the black culture can be or is.
I see. My thing is like, bro. Black people. We're a loving. we're loving people, right? At the end of the day, but a black man is the black American. That is a black man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no all kind of from other places and shit like that. The black man is a black American. Period. And if you ask anybody else, like if you talk to a Jamaican, you know what he's gonna tell you? He's Jamaican. You talk to a Belizean, you know what he's gonna tell you? He's Belizean. You talk to an African, you know what he's gonna tell you? He's African. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you want to identify as black, or the police say, you know, oh, you get pulled over, ain't know who you. Okay, cool. You feel me? But the black man is the black American. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
Canadians.
I mean, like they're Canadian.
I don't know
what
about
I'm
that.
saying? They're Canadian, but see,
I'm saying they look like me.
No, Jamaicans look like you. Believe it.
But see, we could go back to the nationality and shit.
But see, I'm not.
But no, I'm just saying that's easier to. I don't now. It may be getting into a history conversation because I don't know too much about their history as far as like, because we black people, because nigga, a lot of our shit been lost, and you know we. We black people because we are Americans. Like I say. I don't want to say fuck their history, but that's not our history like the Canadian man's history. That's not our history. We're not Canadian. We're black. Because if that's the case, it's black niggas from Europe. You know what I mean? They got a whole different type of come up. You know what I'm saying? But when you ask them what are they, they're going to tell you, I'm French. Like a black nigga that look like you, but oui. What are you? I'm French. He's not going to say I'm black. He's going to say I'm French. Everybody outside of the black American is going to tell you what they are.
And they find details in history to make difference in what they are from, you know, what they are and from what you are. Yeah. And they find this just like you talking to a Haitian, you know, a Haitian man will look at you like you're part of the people that gave up and he a part of the people that fought. You know what I mean? And that's where we make difference at, because shit, they'll throw that in your face in a minute. You know what I mean? The Africans that come from Nigeria and shit, they don't look at us like they the same as us.
Yeah.
They look at us like we the ones that got sold. That's how we got here.
And yeah, I was about to go in, man.
But that's how they really feel about it.
And they really wrong as a motherfucker. But see, man, look, the black American, bro, the black American is the original people. Bro. You feel what I'm saying? When you get to talking about the black man and the travelers and shit like that, and when you look at the dark-skinned people in Mexico and the dark-skinned people in China and all that shit, bro, this is the black man of the traveler. It's not the like I say,
you can't tell an African that he's been fed information by the white man to believe he's nowhere near 400 years ago. Yeah. This African man truly believes in his head that ain't no black man been on American soil besides the boats that came along the shores of in Africa and took people, and that they people was wealthy and gave service. That's why he believe that shit.
No. But all of them don't know that story. That slave story that we've been fed. If you go around the world, niggas don't know that story. About the boats going to Africa and picking the slaves up and shit and bring. That's some shit that we got told. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not, global knowledge.
So why is it that they don't have a connection with us?
Because we're not them. Because we're not. We are black people. They're Africans. That's what I'll be trying to say. Like we don't have a connection to them. So that's why when you want to say they quote unquote sold us, if they did, it wasn't Africans selling Africans, it was Africans selling Negroes, it was Africans selling Native Americans, it was Africans selling the original that motherfuckers that wasn't from there anyway.
Oh yeah,
you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to say. So it wasn't. Hold on. It wasn't that they was giving they people away. They was giving slaves that they had anyway.
So what did we identify as before? Because like right now in this time, we know we black people from America.
Do you know African American?
What did we identify as before when we was getting sold off and all that old shit that they say? What did we identify as? I was always kind of taught that we was here already, but slavery was not. We might not be the descendants of slaves.
We're not the descendants of slaves, bro. They say 90% of the black men of today's America are not descendants of slaves.
We was here already.
You get what I'm saying? It's history tells you it was black bankers in America in the times of the plantation. When you want to talk about the Spaniards coming over from Spain and shit, black people was already here. When you want to talk about the Indians and the $5 Indian, the white man with the $5 Indians, that's not really Indians. That they just paid to become Indians so they can get them Indian benefits. The Indians look like us. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, all that shit, my nigga. Like when it comes to the black man, God's chosen people. You feel what I'm saying? It was said that we was gonna go through this. It was said that we was gonna be prosecuted and tortured, all that shit. So it is what it is. Our continuous to thrive. I always look like this. When people say this, like, right, don't, you looking for the man out the sky to save you. You looking at the man out the sky to save you and all that shit. But I tell you one thing, if whatever you feel like, the Anunnaki, whatever you feel like, when they come back, who the fuck you think rising? Who you think rising with them? Who you think rising with them? The melanated being, the original melanated being, the man that can survive in every aspect of this earth. You know who can survive? The black man, the only man that can do that. So you know what I mean? Yeah, and what it's saying in the Bible, say God gave dominion of this world to us. Well, how if you can't go out in the sun, how did God give the world to you? How does that make sense?
I want to go into some uncomfortable shit though about the Hispanics though in Central America.
I don't know what you mean.
But get lighted up. I can't find one.
Look,
how's it?
See, that's that shit on
door. And to the right, that white stand, it should be one on the top by the tea hats. Yeah, by the tea hats. It should be a green one.
This nigga got fantastic memory. It's a green light.
Oh yeah, man.
Step by step instructions.
But look, so this is what I wanna ask niggas. How niggas feel about this theory? Hispanic people, the people of Central America, was the last people to exist. Let me okay, so let me give you the breakdown of the theory.
Mm-hmm.
The black man was here already. The black man goes into all this was one thing. Central America and all of this was one thing.
Yeah.
The black man mates with the Indians. Then these people, that's a mixture of us and these so-called Indians, these are the people who get raped by the Spaniards. Then you get a people that kind of look like us, kind of their culture relates to our culture, but they speak the Spanish language.
Mm.
Is it a possibility? Is it a possibility that Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, all these places down there, that they are is a mixture of us and them Spaniards coming in there to rape them? If you look at the Indians, if you look at the Indians and the history of the Indians and the things that they praise, and then you go look at the Aztecs and you see the similarities of the Aztecs.
I know, most definitely.
Is it a possibility that these were the last people to be created as a mix of us, the Indians, and the Spaniards coming in, invading and raping them?
I mean, well, I don't believe so, because my theory always been the Spanish people always been us. You feel what I'm saying? Because we always been travelers. So that's why, you get the black man that's light skinned, dark skinned, all type of shit. And then you get the Mexican man that's light skinned, dark skinned, this and that. That's why it's the difference between how can you say like the original people, like black? That's why I say the black man is our culture. You know what I mean? Because there's, black people per se everywhere else, because we traveled. We were settlers. We wasn't traveling to conquer. We were traveling for trading purposes and all that. And so by us settling in different places, that's where I feel like, they came from. You know what I mean? And that's why when you get the symbol of the Aztecs, that looks just like Indians. They got the feathers and all that shit, just like Indians. But I'm in the belief system of that was us. That was us.
So you basically saying that what we see in Central America today, that's us. That's why you can go deep down in Mexico and find Afro Mexico.
You ain't gotta go deep down, but yeah, you could go. Yeah,
I mean, you.
But you know, as of
it.
today, you got white Mexicans. I mean, straight
Because,
up white Mexicans.
I mean, because the Spaniards came in and raped them.
But see, not even that. I'm talking about just like real live, just white Mexicans, because Mexico is a land. You get what I'm saying? That's an actual place. So if I went to Mexico in 1600, you feel me? And this is just where I've been. I'm white. You know what I'm saying? I'm white. So I'm coming up as white. So like I say, it's
like you got white Africans.
He's technically a Mexican.
Yeah, he's a Mexican.
Just like you got white Africans. I get that. But what I'm saying is as far as the people.
Oh yeah,
people. You have, I know people personally who went to go do their ancestry, right?
Yeah.
And they'll see that they have damn near 85-90%.
Don't ever bring up that ancestry.
Man, yeah. No, I mean, we can't ignore it like it don't exist.
It's bullshit though.
A lot of shit is bullshit. But what I'm saying, if you got even all right, take away the ancestry. If you got a motherfucker that's come from Central America, whatever country you want to pick,
yeah,
and they got this pale ass skin, they got this blonde ass hair, some of them have blue eyes.
Yeah.
What does that relate to? And then you have one that look just like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but see, that's the thing, because you're talking outside of America. Outside of America, you know, motherfuckers is what they are. You feel me? Like, if you see in America, you get like, what are you? Oh, I'm white. Oh, I'm black. I'm this. I'm that. You go to Mexico, what are you? I'm Mexican. You go to Puerto Rico, what are you? I'm Puerto Rican. You go to Japanese, what are you? I'm Japanese. You go to Japan, what are you? I'm Japanese.
Because you of the soil that you come from.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Why don't black people accept that we are the soil of where we come from? Like, we don't got no history of nowhere else. And even as the shit
we don't know what black people is.
That's because they try to make us think we all come from fucking Africa.
Exactly. It's not that we don't know. But see, it's not that we don't know who black people is. It's that we are looking for something. We're looking for something that's not there. We know what it is. It's just that we looking for more. Because this is the thing. If you program a motherfucker to believe they come from slavery, right? That's where they come from, slavery. They gotta think beyond that. Well, what was I before that? We was kings, queens. What up, king? What up, queen? It's literally impossible that all of us was kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? But you have to. What was beyond the slavery and shit like that? Bro, fuck that. That was never your history. Your great grandpa worked in the coal mines or whatever, or he probably did work in the fields. You feel what I'm saying? Or he was a banker, or he was a constructor, or he worked out there. He was whatever he was.
He was a carpenter.
He was a carpenter. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, he was that. You feel what I'm saying? Stop. You know what I mean? So that's what I really think it is. Like, bro, like, we Americans, bro. I did drop some ass. On the red, like I say, we you know, I feel that, you know, true enough that a lot of us are lost, but like we say all the time, this is the most woke that, you know, we have ever been. And our culture dictates everything. America culture is black culture, period. American culture is black culture. When you think about the music, the food, the clothes, because really think about it. What is culture? You feel me? Outside, what are the tangible things about culture? Music, food, clothes, language. That is culture. So what is American culture? It's what our slang or what we bring up. You feel what I'm saying? Because if Jamaicans, like, say how Jamaicans talk that patois, bro. If you really listen, they speaking some shit we can you not
English. Yeah, it's broken English. Yeah. That's all it is. It's not a different language.
But see, they will never be hit with the you talking white, this and that. I get that. Like it was a point where like what Trey said, like, I just think like that, like damn, like why we talking white is because like we educated and shit like that. I understand it more so now because right, if you are from us, you gonna speak of our dialect, right? And that's just regular. If you're from us, you're gonna speak of our dialect. Now, if you don't, you sound odd. Imagine you go to Atlanta You feel what I'm saying? You go to Atlanta talking like that. White people might tell you, like, the fuck you talk like, you feel what I'm saying?
Like,
I don't like
that nigga on that neck.
You feel me? But they say that's how, you know, that's how California people talk. They say California people talk white in general. You know, that's how we all talk. You know, but like I say, I just, you know, what I will say is our culture isn't as accepting of our culture as other cultures, but now I feel like we got a culture, man. I feel like I got a culture. And Candace Owens is going home to that white nigga every night, man. I don't know what the fuck that nigga telling her. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck that nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
Nigga, I'm gonna get loud at this moment.
I mean,
I hate her.
I don't hate her. I like Candace Owens. I like her, but she is a woman that is married to a white man. So her opinion, I can't really grab it. She's a woman married to a white man.
You don't think she got her own opinion?
No. You must not know how I feel. No.
So there's no women with their own opinion?
If a man is a lead and she got a man at home, she's for sure carrying influence.
So there's no women that's leading in their household?
I don't think completely. They might can lead financially, but I think the end result will be what she talks about when she's laying in the bed at the end of the night, and that nigga then stripped her insides, and they should have a deep conversation. He's going to be, even if he's a weak man, he's still going to be influential to this woman because she looks. Oh, it's natural for a woman to look for a man to lead. So even if she got a weak man laying next to her, the smallest conversation they have at the end of the night might affect her thoughts and the way she view things talking to him.
Do you think women could be bring up for it to not be natural for a man to lead? Because now, from you saying that statement made me think, because I seen a female today that said, the first part of the video was, first off, ain't no man lead me or nothing. We're partners. I'm like, ooh, that's a tough bitch.
That's deep.
But which, it doesn't work. But that statement right there lets me know enough. I always think women don't value men because they don't understand their place in our place. So they really don't value us. Now, with a female saying a statement like that, then she thinks she's on the level of a man in totality.
See, that's what I'll be saying, bro, because as a man, it depends on who she end up fucking with, right? Because if she end up fucking with a nigga, crazy. If she end up fucking with a nigga that's gonna accept that, she's not gonna be with this nigga for that long, because can't no bitch fucking no nigga long term that let her do that. She gonna eventually despise you. Eventually, she's gonna despise you because you're not a man. You feel me? And you're not allowing her to be a woman. You know what I mean? So she's gonna cheat on you. She's gonna do all type of shit. She ain't fucking with you, bro. You feel me? So I look at it like this, right?
Yeah, no, I understand that too.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But I look at it like this, right? So when you do come across shit like that, right? That shit like that don't scare me. Now, okay, because my thing, me personally, my nigga, I like to listen to, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm not no nigga that don't like to, hear, what women think and what but I like to hear it from a woman's perspective. I like for a woman to be a woman and talk about it from a woman's perspective. I like that. I don't like when a woman gets to talking from a masculine point of view. That what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? I don't really like that. But going back to a bitch that say some shit like that, a man can't lead me. We can only be partners. Say she come across a nigga whoever, or me. Okay, that's me. She come across a nigga like me, right? It's gonna be my way. I'm gonna lead. And it's not even no conversation involved in it. It's really not. You feel me? If a female like you enough, if she likes you enough, she's gonna compromise to whatever she gotta do to be with you. She's gonna do that. She's gonna do that, especially at a certain age. So she's gonna do that.
So because everything you said, so you think there's no long-standing relationship where a female is leading the relationship?
Of course there is.
You
bro.
talking about the
Yeah,
white
how
man?
you
No,
talking
no, there's no
Well, how
same
you-
relationship
Yeah.
where a nigga getting pegged. Like, bro,
Yeah,
like,
well, I don't understand.
no,
what
what
you're
I-
saying.
okay, but see, like
you-
I say,
you
this,
don't think
okay,
it's a
look, hold
white
on. Nate Robinson done won the dunk contest 3 times, bro. There is an exception to every rule. Just because this 5'9" nigga can dunk, that don't mean every 5'9" nigga can dunk. You feel me? So yes, bro. Of course, there's long-standing relationships that go like that. But within that, how many are success? How can you live up to your full potential not being you? Like, how can you do that? Like, how can you be the greatest man that you can be if you're not even the man in your relationship? How can you be the greatest woman you can be? How can you be the greatest father you can be? How can you be the greatest mother you can be? How can you be the greatest grandmother? How can you be the greatest? You're fucking up for a long time. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. What I'm saying is, we are created how we're created for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? We're created how we're created for a reason. Now, if you get a woman that speak like, I'm not saying women are dumb. Women are smart as a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? In certain aspects, they're much smarter than men. So, and their pain tolerance is way higher than ours. You feel what I'm saying? They can go through shit. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga appreciate the value of a woman, but once a woman gets to stepping in that man's place, it's kind of like, I kind of don't want to hear what you're talking about no more, bro. And just because you got a nigga that's allowing you to do that, that's like a bitch that come and start cussing you out because her nigga let him cuss her out. Yo, nigga,
But see, that's the thing. Like, that's like sometimes. So you can be blocking yourself off from an actual message because of the problems in their lifestyle.
I don't know that message that bitch can give me. I can get it from somewhere else because she got it from a man because she didn't think about it like that because that's not women to program.
Shit.
That's not women to program. She can tell me something about nurturing. She can tell me something about building and creating and sustaining and some shit like that. But as far as how to conduct yourself in this world, as far as how to survive in this world, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all didn't create anything that we live by to this day. Y'all didn't create anything that we live by to this day. Nothing that we have that sustains human life is created or ran by women. Nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, like, no, if you want to talk about creating, you want to talk about nurturing, you want to talk about sustaining, you want to talk about happiness, you want to talk about peace, you want to talk about shit like that. Okay, yeah, let's chop it up about that. We can do that. You're a woman, you're beautiful, your essence. You know how to create, you know how to love, you know how to. But if you talking about how to survive when I walk out or what's good in this world and what's not good in this world, you shouldn't even.
Or even how I provide.
You shouldn't
even how I comprehend when I listen to your thoughts. Like at the end of the day, like it's me up first. Like it's nothing about you that's a lead.
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with a man that makes you feel like you're a lead, then he's a beta for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but I still feel like even with a beta male, going back to the original point, even with a beta male,
there's more than two type of males.
He still has something in him. He still has something in him that when Candace Owens, the powerful, well-known Candace Owens, if she's controlling everything, wearing the pants, when she lay down and go, and before that final thought, before she go to sleep at night, he's still a man, and he's putting some on her mind to alter her thoughts.
And then to think about this
too,
right?
Human beings.
Yeah, but your woman, but that's the same thing with a woman, though. I think a woman do the same thing. But see, but
a woman can alter your thoughts.
She should.
Yeah, I believe so. Hell yeah,
she should.
Yeah. Because I would see that's why
she should be capable. She should be capable to a certain extent. Like if
maybe a certain category.
Well, no.
What's it down?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like
maybe a certain category.
Like, if it's something you hell bent on, like you've been plotting and planning, thinking this is the best thing for the family, and her, she make a statement that wave you away, but it didn't, like it's not based on foundation or nothing. A lot of niggas do that too, just to please their woman. Then okay, now you just for a man. But now there's certain things that women can see It's just like the chessboard.
Right.
And you gotta have a type of bitch that's gonna be the one that's gonna see the move on the chessboard that you don't see.
Right.
So sometimes they should be able to alter your thought, but you gotta have that type of bitch in your corner that you actually might listen to. Because
do you take your woman's thoughts and make them valid points, or do you accept them as suggestions?
I accept them as suggestions for sure.
But as a man, you want to take everybody's thoughts as suggestions. You know what I mean? But my thing,
no, because I didn't want it to sound like the bitch just can say something and just.
But sometimes she. But see, let's go deeper into what this nigga said, bro. Do you believe that your bitch is supposed to be an extension of you?
Yeah.
I had a bitch tell me this, right? I had a bitch tell me this when I was in jail one time, right? She was like, because she was out here handling my business, doing everything. She was like, sometimes I feel like I'm you. Like, it's weird. Like, I feel like I'm you. Like, when I hear stuff, I just react like you. Like I do because I know what you, right? So when you got somebody like that, right, that y'all are on the same wave, right? And she know you, and you done created, I don't want to say created, but
that's the right word, created.
Yeah, you done influenced this woman to a high. When she make a sandwich, she make the sandwich just how you like it. You ain't got to tell her because she know you. Sometimes that woman is there to alter your mind. Because let's say she see you at your prime and you start to slip and your decisions aren't perfect. And she got to be like, hey, hold on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, hey, what? You know what I mean? Like, woo. So that's why it takes, like I said, that certain type of female. That's what a woman is supposed to do. Don't tell me about what's going on in the world and, what this person should do, or, what Diddy need to be doing, and, what this motherfucker needs to be doing. Bro, why do you care about that? What's going on with me?
I always tell females to remind me, I don't want to say my morals per se, but I'm gonna say for better lack of words, remind me of my morals. Because for me, I'm the type of person that, like, when I get lazy, I just ignore shit. But if I told you, go, we working out at 6 a.m. and then you put it in my face like, nigga, you said we was working out at 6 a.m. Well, fuck it, let's go. We gotta work out at 6 a.m. Like, in certain situations, a nigga, I'll be slacking. Now, if a bitch say some little slick shit like, man, you said you'll never do that shit. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not gonna do that shit. You reminded me.
My problem is I don't tell bitches to do that. I expect them to do that, and when they don't do that, I get mad.
Well, yeah, me too. That's but I expect it because I've had conversations with you. I don't expect any. Well, I try not to expect anything that I haven't put you to the position to give me that. Like with women in general, personally, I only expect what I feel like I'm giving. Yeah. Now, if I'm paying bills and rent and shit, and I didn't mention certain qualities that I like in a bitch, you better start doing that, or we gonna have a problem.
I mean, like I say, I'm the type of nigga. I had this conversation all the time. I'm the type of nigga that say, "What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about throughout the day? Like, what's on your mind? Because there's things to be done." You get what I'm saying? There's things to be done. So you can tell something that's on my mind from soon as I wake up in the morning. If it was a camera on me, you can tell soon as I wake up in the morning, something is on my mind because there's never a day where nothing has to be done. You get what I mean? There is never a fucking day where nothing has to be done. As a woman, you should feel like that. You should feel like that. My concerns is to make sure your concerns exist. You get what I'm saying? So when you wake up, you get what I'm saying? You're supposed to be like, okay, well, how can I help this situation? Whether it be cleaning, cooking, if I can bring some kind of money into the program, that if I can make a couple calls, and if I can, whatever that, you know what I mean? What can I be doing?
Do you think that still is a soft life for a woman?
Yes. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, because you know why it's a soft life?
Her job ain't hard.
No, not even that. If you fail, everything gonna still be all right. If you wake up and don't do it,
because it's
everything gonna still be all right.
It's room for improvement. But the only thing I don't agree with about that is, I don't operate like that. I don't knock it though. I see, and I don't want to say no names.
Like that. What's like that?
Yeah. What you mean, yo? I bring it. What you mean?
I never put myself in a position where I need a woman to remind me of anything. But again, let me be clear. I'm not saying it's something.
It ain't gotta be a woman, bro.
See, y'all finna take it off the deep end. I'm not against it. Is the deep end. I'm not against it though.
Yeah.
I'm not against it because I have to call out a lot of people around me for living like that.
Well, let me get deep.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think the way I've built myself though. Is that I just don't look to depend on.
I think you overthinking it. Whenever you got a partner in anything in this world, nigga. If me and you go into business to do vending machines, and you supposed to get up every morning and call 20 businesses,
I'm gonna cover my ass just in case you don't cover your ass.
Just in case you don't, things happen in this world.
I am though. That's my main thing.
TG,
more than the benefit from it.
I get it, bro.
I'll be like, I don't want to be the reason this fuck up. So even if it fucks up and we don't get nothing, I don't get $1, you don't get $1. I guarantee when this is over.
Yeah. That's the mind state that we go with. Hold on. You
won't be able to say it's my fault.
TG, that's the mind state we go into, right? We both can go in there highly energetic, this and that. But you know what's crazy? Real life happens. It's crazy, but real life happens. So you never know, nigga. Tragedies happen, broken bones happen, heartbreak happen, car failure happen. It's a million things that happen. Everybody in this fucking world has had to be picked up before. Everybody has had to be like, bro, you slipping. Bro, get up. Bro, you can do more. Bro, you can do more. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, everybody has had that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's the best to have it within your household because you know what's the worst? Baby, I don't feel like getting up doing that shit. You ain't got to do that shit, baby. Just lay here with me. Fuck that. You ain't got to do that. That's the worst. You feel what I'm saying? That's the worst. So, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, to have that, within your partner, because I feel like as human beings, bro, I feel like if we all had that mindset, like you say, why the fuck we not millionaires? If we always had, I'm going to put my everything in everything I do at all times, there's no reason we're not rich.
But
you get what I'm saying?
It's not so much about that. And it's probably why I probably spend more days beating myself up about not being rich than you do. Because you probably look at your comfort, the things around you, and you probably look at them like the mechanics of the way your life is, and you probably make understanding with yourself of why you're not rich. I don't do that. I beat myself up about not being rich because I don't feel like a body around me can bring none of that to fruition for me. I'm the only one that can do that. So I can get this woman, I can have this homie. We can have this going on, that going on. At the end of the day, like I say, me and you can have $1 million plan. And we could have watched 20 homies do it before us and it worked. If we do it and it failed, I'm not going to be like, damn, dog, we fucked up. I'm going to be by myself at night. Saying, TG, you could have did more. I don't believe in putting my trust in, my faith in nobody else.
Like...
Especially not a woman.
Since being out of prison and like dealing with bitches and dealing with life, I see certain shit. Like, have you ever got your head massaged by a female?
All the time, right?
Have you massaged your own head? It don't feel the same, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It depends,
bro.
On the bitch.
The statement that you're saying, like, I don't know how you can rephrase it, or whatever, but it goes back to what I said originally about women not valuing men. The statement that you're saying is taking away the value of women. Women, the power in women isn't in physical strength. We know that. The power in women is in softness and building them. Like, I didn't deal with.
Hold on.
I didn't deal with women that don't know how to talk to a man and made me understand that they will never be able to raise a son. Like, there's certain things and there's certain like ways you can approach a man that, like my teacher said in prison, a good woman behind the man will make him capable of doing things he was never capable of doing.
Doing things beyond his ability.
And that is because, bro, it's like God, bro. You don't. God isn't right here shaking your hand, my nigga. But it's something He can give you that is more than yourself, my nigga. It's certain things and qualities a woman can like just build up. Like this nigga telling me, "Oh, bro, you looking fly today." Don't hit the same when the bitch be like, "Nigga, you looking fly today."
But
like,
do you feel incapable if you don't have a woman?
It's not that, but see, it's not that, but see, that's what I'm saying. You taking it as far as a nigga can't move without a bitch. That's not what a nigga's saying. What a nigga is saying.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
How? No, if a woman can help. See, that's
I understand a woman's help. I don't deny that. A woman did this.
Hold on.
So I'm not saying I don't understand that. I mean, if you look at my life, not most of the shit I do is a help from a woman. But it's a thing like this. I have the mind state that everything that a woman can do for me, they're not doing nothing I can't do for myself. So I don't place myself somewhere in this space where if a woman didn't do this for me, it just wouldn't have happened.
Nobody is saying that, bro. Nobody is saying that. What I'm saying is when you have a partner, your partner is supposed to encourage you. When you look at it, that's all the nigga saying. When you got a partner, no. But let me tell you this, bro. God created woman so men can feel. Hold on. Let me buzz. No. God created woman so men can feel God love in physical form. That's why God created woman. That's why sex feels so good. That's why nothing feels so good. God created woman so men can feel God love in physical form. You feel what I'm saying? What you saying and how my boy just said, you're taking away the power of a woman, the essence of a woman, that when you walk into a household that is really ran by a woman, that's ran by your wife, that's clean, kids taken care of, food cooked, everything, you go in, you shower, you lay up, how was your, bro, come, my nigga.
I'm not taking away that.
Hold on. You can do your mind state. First off, your motivation is higher than that nigga that's by himself. Period. Your motivation is higher because first off, the more people that depend on you, the more motivated you are. You get what I'm saying? So that's
painting a picture. That's not what I said.
No, how? But you paint a picture.
Because can't lie. You niggas better pick your side. Homies down the ride. Tell me, nigga, is you down the slide?